Okay, good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. It's 10 o'clock, and I appreciate all of you that have joined us this morning, and I apologize for my last-minute email notice. If you want to put these on your calendar, it's the first Thursday of every month, and we usually do have one the first Thursday of every month. So if you put it on your calendar at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's the same Zoom link, actually. So the Zoom links will be the same for every webinar. So you could add those as well if you wanted to your calendars. As a reminder, please mute your microphone when not speaking, and please feel free to use video. If you'd like to ask a question, please do that. There are developers that are standing by that can also help answer questions today. Please ask questions in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, be respectful of others. Generally, we spend the first 20 minutes in a presentation, and then if there are any questions that folks have, we'll have those asked after. And the questions can be about your own websites. They don't have to be about the current topic. If you had some question that you had in regards to your site and how to edit, please ask those questions. There are some resources available for you. The Biology Information Technology website is available by going to biology-it.iastate.edu. Luggage web development documentation. These are your online tutorials for how to edit your websites in Luggage. You can go to luggagedocs.info. The Luggage Showcase is a list of showcase websites that you can view by type of websites and also by features that they have on their websites. So you can see examples of other sites with features that you might be interested in. It's a little bit longer, but if you go to luggagedocs.info, it will redirect you basically to there. Just put /showcase after. Then digital access, digitalaccess.iastate.edu has a lot of good information about accessibility compliance. And we do have a new web accessibility coordinator on campus. Her name is Cindy Wiley, and I'm sure that she would be happy to help answer some questions, and maybe someday we'll be able to get her on one of these webinars. Content concepts for the coming year is the topic today. I felt like we can have kind of a short and sweet and really fun topic for December. The new year is upon us, and sometimes it's a little daunting when we think about our yearly goals and in regards to the website. So what I'd like to do today is spend some time talking through some ideas that you could utilize for updating your websites that might help that process go a little bit smoother and maybe make you feel a little bit better when you start looking at this website and the goals that you might see ahead. Taking smaller bites can help go a long way. Small goals. We're going to start talking about small goals first. Then we'll learn a little more about how to plan smart and create an inclusive impact. So by updating your website and continuously progressing through these goals, you can increase your impact and make your site more inclusive to people that are around you and interested in your topics. First of all, let's write some goals for the new year. So if I'm thinking about a department website, for example, there could be some goals that maybe we can begin to think about. Maybe I'll try to publish a news item every month. And I'll make my homepage look pretty because I think it needs some sprucing up. And I'll add a new hero image every couple weeks because I've noticed that this year the hero images just haven't changed as often. I'm going to post more events And I'm going to update faculty profiles. Those profiles need updated. So we're going to have to figure out a way to do that. So this is a pretty great list, but it's also a little bit daunting when you think about it. This is a lot of information and a lot of content. So let's start breaking it down. But first, we're going to take a research break. So let's talk about SMART goals. So what are SMART goals? SMART goals are goals that are specific. Something that is an item that you can measure. So it is something that's measurable. It is also something that is actionable, realistic, and timely. So the goal has to be something that you can associate an action to. It has to be something that is a realistic goal. Can you actually accomplish this type of goal? And is it a timely goal? Something that you can create, you can do within a reasonable amount of time that makes sense for your workload and your time. So let's start walking through our list. And the first item on the list is publish one news item each month. So when looking at this goal, is it specific? It seems pretty specific. Let's check it out. Is it measurable? Can I measure if I post a news item every month? Yes, I can actually see, did I post a news item every month? Yes, I did. Is it actionable? My action is post a news item. Yes, I can post a news item and it's actionable. Is it realistic? Once a month doesn't seem too bad. That seems realistic and fits within my time. And it's timely. It's every month. So you're updating your site every month. So here's a small bit that we've created, a small goal that can be done every month. We're going to go ahead and give that one a star. Let's look at make my homepage look pretty. So when we're looking at this goal, is it specific? Well, I'm not really sure what pretty means, so maybe that's not as specific as I should be. Is it measurable? Well, sort of. Maybe I can tell if people like it or not. Is it actionable? Well, I'm not sure what that action would be to make it look nice, so I don't really know that answer. And so you can start to see that this might not be as specific of a goal to create a website homepage that looks pretty. But what can we do to make it better? How about updating my homepage layout every year to reflect my analytics? Now we have a homepage layout or a goal that's specific and a homepage layout that we can create that's measurable. And we measure if we updated our homepage layout. Yes. Is it actionable? Yes, it's actionable. And it's also measurable based on analytics. So you can look at analytics to create your homepage, but you can also look at analytics to find out if folks are visiting the items that you're highlighting on your homepage. Once a year, is this realistic? Yeah, that looks realistic for my timeline and my time frame. And is it timely? Sure, it's timely. And there's also some other goals on my list that do affect my homepage, but they may not affect my homepage layout. So keep in mind that by publishing a news item every month, you're also updating your homepage if you have a news block on your homepage so that your information is looking new and fresh for folks that visit. Let's move to the next one. Add a hero image every couple weeks. This is pretty good because we've looked at the first one already, and so we can tell that it's a specific goal It is measurable. We can measure if we post a hero image every couple of weeks. It is actionable. There's an action. We know what we need to do. Find a new hero image and post it. It's realistic. Every couple weeks, sure, I could do that. And it's timely. Next, let's take a look at posting more events. Is this a realistic goal? Is it a specific goal? Can I measure it? Sure, I can measure that I post more events. However, is it timely? In what time frame? And how often? So this one is probably not a specific enough goal. However, something like post each department event at least 1 month prior to the date could be a better goal. So one thing, after we get done here, what I'll do is talk through some ideas on how to manage goals such as this one, where you post a department event at least a month in advance. But this goal is specific, it's measurable. Did you post the main department events at least a month ahead of time? Is it actionable? Yes. So you can see where this is a very nice, smart goal. And usually in a department, you have sort of a yearly or semester cycle where certain events happen at the same time every year or the same season every year. So it's nice to be able to plan ahead and actually have those dates on your calendar so that you can notify yourself, oh yes, we do this every year. In November, we sell Christmas trees. We're going to put, in October, I'm going to put this on my calendar to try and start thinking about posting that event. Now, the next one, updating faculty profiles. This seems a bit daunting. Is it measurable? I suppose, in a way. You can measure, sure, how many faculty profiles have been updated. Is it realistic? I don't know. If you have maybe 100 faculty members or 50 faculty members even, or even 20 faculty members, that's a lot of faculty members to try to update all by yourself. So what might be a better goal? How about sending a reminder to faculty every semester to update their profiles and provide the tutorial link? And this is something, again, that could be put on your calendar and done maybe at the times where your faculty might be more apt to have time to update their profiles. So for example, every department is different, and I understand. However, some faculty feel like at break, which is coming up now, when they're not in class teaching, they may have some time to take a look at that faculty profile. So maybe before the holidays is a good time to remind faculty that it's something that they could do. And with that, these are the main goals that I had, and this is really the bulk of the presentation. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about really organizing all these goals and what does that look like? How can I realistically organize myself to do these things, right? So something I wanted to share that I've learned about, I've been on campus for a very long time, it feels like now, and for some reason, there's this, we use this email client called Outlook, right? And we all get in there and check our email and we try to organize it and kind of figure out different ways to use it. But there are so many things about Outlook that I didn't know existed until recently, and some things that I learned a few years ago that I was surprised I didn't know either. So one of those things is that you can create multiple calendars. I knew that I could share calendars with people. I knew that I could see multiple calendars, but for some reason I never thought about, maybe I thought I knew I could do it, but I never thought about creating another calendar that is just shared with me. It's just a private calendar that has those dates on it. Like maybe, for example, you use it for post, your website calendar where it posts all of you can put all the items on your calendar for the department events that you're going to want to promote, and then you can make a note for yourself a month prior to add that event to the website, sort of thing. And so you can view a website calendar, and it just makes it a little bit easier when you're thinking about your schedule over the next couple weeks and to-do items and making that long to-do list, I know. But it's easier to think about it if it's already there. Like, oh yeah, that's coming up, that's what it is. My event has who the contact is and who their email is. You could even draft some little email. So that's something to do in Outlook. The second thing I learned in regards to drafting was that signatures are what you can create to put a sign off at the bottom of your email. So your name and contact information. But signatures can also be used to keep email drafts, right? So if you know that every semester you need to send an email to faculty about updating their profile pages, that could be a bit cumbersome and to think about, because you're like, okay, Anne told me that there's a tutorial link that I should send them, and then she also told me that there's a video, like something that they did recently, and I can't remember the login link that they should use, or whatever it may be, right? So if you write it once, you can copy and paste it into a signature and label that signature faculty profile updates. And then when you send it every semester, you can just add that signature to your email, update a couple things that you might need to update, and then you're good to go. So signatures and using those are very, very helpful. And they could be something that might be good to use. Another thing, the third thing that I've learned is that categories in Outlook are also very helpful. So for example, I've got a couple in there where one is pink. I have a pink category, and those are notes to myself. So that would be like, it's time to do the financial update, right? That's a note to myself. That's not an actual meeting that I have with someone or an internal meeting. It's just a note. And so when I look at my calendar, I can see what's a note to myself and what are meetings very, very quickly, because I know all of the notes are pink. Cool. And the great part about it is that you can then sort your email based on category. So maybe some of you do this already, but the categories are very, very helpful in that regard as well. So that on your website calendar, if you made a new one, you'd be able to color code things so you'd know right away that everything in green are the things that require me to take an action on the website. So that's just kind of a neat way to look at it. And with that, it's all I have for today. Are there any questions in regards to the topic that we discussed or websites that you're working on that might be helpful that we can help with? Don't be shy. Okay. Lena, would you like to ask the question? Okay. Do you want to unmute yourself? Okay.
So I tried, but there's a lot of noise in here. So
Oh,
I was
sorry.
trying to, when you go to the submitting a plan problem, so one before that one,
Okay.
if you go on the sidebar, right under digital photography, there's submitting a plan problem.
Okay.
And so if you go there and scroll down, and I edited this block in there. It used to say crops instead of plants, but I think I changed the link when I was not supposed to, and I cannot.
Oh, this one here?
Keep going to vegetable and ornamental plants.
Oh, got it.
So it used to be crops, and I wanted to be plants, so I thought I could do it, and I changed the crops for plants, but I think I also changed the hyperlink. So now is unfortunately going back to the original page and not to
Okay.
I wanted it to go.
So I think, let me see if I can get in here. I'm sorry, just a second. There's a little gear in the upper right.
Mm-hmm.
And so here, if this is if I'm understanding correctly, this is where you can update the URL to that.
Uh-huh, right. But I think I just thought, okay, the URL used to be vegetable dash and dash annual dash.
Oh, so you
dash
want to
crop.
redirect.
Right. So I would like that URL to just be what you have right there now, but right now when you try to open it, it doesn't work because it's missing that last dash crop. So is there any way that I can just have that URL shortened without the crop? I don't know if I'm explaining.
Yeah, I think we can talk about this. We'll be able to create what it sounds like you'll want is a redirect. So if they were going to the old page, they end up landing on the new page.
Yeah.
So
But
if they
I think I caused it though because I deleted on the URL that last part, and I think it was crop. Yeah, I think it used to have a dash crop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was my fault. So if when editing this one, then the dash crops on the URL.
you want it just to be
Yes, ornamental. It could be plants or not. It just yeah, that without that would be great.
so just get rid of this.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So now, oops.
If we go to the plan problem, yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
That was
no
it.
problem. Good. Thank you. Are there any other questions about websites that folks have that we could help with? That was a good one. Okay. If there aren't any others, we'll go ahead and sign off for today. Thank you for joining us. If you do have questions, you can see John Rarick posted in the chat to please email websupport@iastate.edu, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Have a great day, everybody.